and the other side. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
Good morning, everybody. It's the Amazing Race Sports Network here on WEZE, AM 590, The Word. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Well, actually, I was here, but Kevin is back, which makes it even better. And, I'm Batman because I'm older, and he's Robin. So it's like the dynamic duo are back together again in studio to bring you sports, unparalleled sports angles and thoughts on sports. We are here. Kevin, how you doing?
Good to be back. Good morning. Hello to everybody. Quick trip down south, and we're back at it here in studio. So, Clay, I want to commend you last week for the work you did running the operation here. See, it's not so easy, the one-man show here in the setup.
It was hard. I mean, you know what? I tried to cut some things into clips, and I realized how bad it was, and I had to leave it alone. So I am late. Thank you that you were back, Kevin.
No, it's all good. You did a fine job. And you did one thing. You changed the angle of our camera. We opened the door a little bit and got the sunlight in and some photos in the back there, and we didn't look like we were trapped in a box or something. So
yeah,
it's all good.
And from here, I can see right out there and through the blinds, and I see these trees with the sun shining on the trees. Yeah. It's really beautiful.
It is. So good to be back. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves here today on this Saturday morning. Sunny out right now. We've got some rain coming in later on throughout the day. So I think we need the rain, Clay, at least in this area.
Well, you were just in Naples, weren't you? Naples, Florida. Did it rain there during the day?
A little bit of rain, not during the day as much.
Okay.
We lucked out, so that's all right.
Okay.
But anyway, a lot to get to today.
Yeah, let's get to it. Let's get with the prayers. Of course, we're working with the Prayers for Victory in Spiritual Warfare by Tony Evans, as you can see there. Lift it up. There you go. We are in the last chapter of Prayers for Victory in Marriage. That's right, marriage. And if you're married, you know you need a lot of prayers because it could go badly, quickly, fast, and in a hurry. Or I'll tell you a story after this. Let's get to the prayer. Father, I praise you for your word, which is the sword of the Spirit. By the sword of the Spirit, I go on the offensive against Satan and his deceiving attempts to derail my marriage. In Jesus' name, every accusation by Satan is dispelled. Every lie is put to flight by the truth. Lord, I praise you for equipping me with this part of victory in my marriage. Amen.
Amen.
So my wife comes downstairs this morning. She says, I had a nightmare. I go, really, honey, you had a nightmare. What's going on? She said, you were kissing another woman. Huh. I said, really? I said, I've been sitting downstairs since 3:00 working on the show. And she goes, well, in my dream you were. I said, okay. I said, well, what happened? And then she goes, well, I started fighting. I said, you actually got into a fight with somebody, in your dream. He goes, yeah. I said, well, times must be pretty tough. They must be really bad when two women are fighting over a 60-year-old man.
Don't sell yourself short, Clay.
I mean, you got it. I don't know what happened.
It's a source of flattery.
Oh, gosh. Woo! As Nature Boy Ric Flair would say, woo! Okay, I think we can move on today in history.
On that note,
I'm all tongue-tied after just thinking about it. I don't know what to think, but thank you, honey, for thinking so much of me. That's what I should say. Thank you, Yukiko, for thinking so much of me and engaging in, physical combat for your man at 60-something years old. But you don't worry about it. That won't happen. So you won't be in the fight anytime soon. Today in history, I think you got it.
Well, we got to do a little musical interlude first, right?
Set it up.
Today in history.
All baseball questions here today and Today in History. I was disappointed we weren't continuing our trend of tennis questions from the 1800s.
I did have a tennis question, but I didn't put it.
That's all right. We've got many shows for that. On September the 6th in 1883, going way back, the Chicago White Stockings beat the Detroit Wolverines. Of course, two teams that are no longer the White Sox and the Tigers now.
Yeah.
No longer the White Stockings or the Wolverines, the Michigan Wolverines. But anyway, the White Stockings beat the Detroit Wolverines by a mere score of 26-6. No, it wasn't a football game. That was a baseball score at Lakefront Park in the city of Chicago, setting an MLB record by scoring 18 runs in the 7th inning. That record still stands today from 1883. But our question, of course, is what is the modern day record? Modern meaning 1900 and after. And if you have the answer to that, well, good on you. You're a baseball historian if you know this one.
And the thing about that is that the teams that are involved, you got to find out for yourself. But
Yes.
you're going to be surprised when you find out the teams that are involved in the modern day record. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay, on September 6th in 1953, Roy Campanella, the great Roy Campanella, set the single season record of 41 home runs by a catcher. Who owns the single season record for most home runs by a catcher today? It's kind of a trick question because the answer is still in progress, but I think you're going to like it.
That is sure. We got one catcher right now that is hitting a lot of home runs.
Tearing up the league.
And I'll leave it at that. The final question here for our Today in History baseball, segment for today on September the 6th, 1995. I'm sure many folks remember this this great milestone. The great Cal Ripken Jr., of course, played in his 2,131st consecutive game, breaking Lou Gehrig's record of 2,130.
Yeah.
What is the total number of consecutive games played by Cal during that span?
Right.
And
How
the
many
answer?
did he end up with? What was the total? And
I won't say. We'll let someone else guess that.
We'll let someone else. And what I hear is that he voluntarily took himself out after this. He didn't have to, but he voluntarily just said, okay, I've had enough. I think his batting average had declined a bit and he had gotten a bit slow. And they always would have played him as long as he showed up at the park.
Right.
And he just voluntarily said, that's enough.
Well, let it be an inspiration to get up every day, go to work, go get a record yourself, and make a name.
Make a name for yourself. Show up at your job every day until they tell you, get out of here. Okay. And you'll get that plaque that says, this guy was the most dedicated employee in the history of our company. We recognize him. He is the Cal Ripken of this company.
Exactly right. Very good. All right. Well, we're going to continue our discussion on baseball in a minute. We have a lot to talk about with the Boston Red Sox play as we enter the month of September. The wild card race is tightening. Yes, indeed. Not over yet and may go down to the wire here. But let's say hello to a couple of our great sponsors here who keep us on the air each and every week, starting with our good friends at Karma.
Do you want to live a happier, healthier lifestyle? Do you want to get rid of back, hip, and neck pains? Then look no further than Karma Don Yoga. Karma is an accomplished and experienced yoga instructor who specializes in total body restorative yoga. So whether you are young or old, short or tall, in shape or out of shape, Karma is your best choice. Check out her classes and times at karmadonyoga.com. That's karmadonyoga.com. Your body and mind deserve good karma. Hey, are you feeling a little achy or sore from the cold weather? Then take a visit to Dylan's Russian Steam Bath. At Dylan's Dry Sauna or Wet Steam Room, you can de-escalate, de-stress, and detox your body and mind. A hot place of massage or a variety of oil massages are available. You will enjoy the relaxed atmosphere that features a nutritious snack bar, large screen televisions, and comfortable lounge chairs to cool off in during your visit. They have two convenient locations, one in Chelsea and the other in Quincy. Find them online at Dylan's Russian Steam Bath or call 617-549-3484 for more information. To enjoy your best health, visit Dylan's Russian Steam Bath, where heat, steam, and water have a therapeutic effect. Do you want to live a happier, healthier lifestyle? Do you want to get rid of back, hip, and neck pains? Then look no further than Karma Don Yoga. Kama is an accomplished and experienced yoga instructor who specializes in total body restorative yoga. So whether you are young or old, short or tall, in shape or out of shape, Kama is your best choice. Check out her classes and times at kamadanyoga.com. That's kamadanyoga.com. Your body and mind deserve good karma.
Well, my friends, I want to talk to you about computers. Is your computer screen cracked or have a black screen? Is it slow to charge or does it exhibit abnormal battery drainage? Does your PC run slow or have keyboard issues? Well, then PhilComp Computer Center, located at 1690 Dorchester Avenue, is your remedy for all your computer medical problems. PhilComp Computer Center has been in the computer repair, upgrade, malware removal, and data recovery business for over 20 years. Whether your computer is a Mac or IBM based, give them a call. Their number, 617-265-1910. That is 617-265-1910. To solve all your computer problems, our good friends at the PhilComp Computer Center.
Well,
Who was that guy?
it sounds like somebody I know.
Very nicely done.
I think
We want to welcome the PhilComp Computer Center to our family of sponsors here on the Amazing Grace Sports Network.
Moving on up. Now you can get a good deal with computers. You can go to eat at the best diner in Quincy. You can have the best yoga, and you can go to the best sauna.
Mhm.
All from here.
And possibly buy a house as well.
Buy a house.
Yeah.
They have the best real estate. Unbelievable.
Got all the bases covered here.
We're working on
no
it.
pun intended.
Let me talk about the Red Sox. Let
Sure.
me bring them up.
Just a number before we do that, 844-249-5247, of course, too, for your calls. But Clay, we'll start off with the Red Sox. Go right ahead.
The Red Sox, ladies and gentlemen, after losing Roman Anthony for possibly the rest of the season, the Red Sox have gone into a tailspin and have lost 2 games in a row. They lost 8-1 to the Cleveland Guardians on Wednesday, and last night they lost to even the lower Arizona Diamondbacks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Diamondbacks. The Red Sox sent rookie Peyton Toll to the mound, and he got hammered. Yeah, he got hammered. They jumped on him like he was fresh meat, because he was. The Diamondbacks took the lead in the first inning on a solo shot from Perdomo. After 3 innings, it was 5-1 Arizona, and they never looked back. Toll lasted only 3 innings, giving up 5 runs, 2 of which were home runs. Meanwhile, the Red Sox, well, their hitting was abysmal. With Anthony out, their lineup, their best hitter is Alex Bregman, who is hitting .286. Duran strikes out at least once a game, and that's not an exaggeration. In 142 games, Duran has struck out 147 times. Now, it's a good thing that it's a good thing they let Devers go, because Devers has struck out 167 times. So between Devers and Duran, it would have been terrible to watch, but Devers is gone. That being said, Raphael, after being platooned between second base and center field, can't hit the side of a barn these days. Well, the Red Sox are lucky to be in the wild card with their hitting. That's what I think. What do you think about this, Kevin?
Seems like week to week, it's just we're talking about 2 totally different teams. I'm not ready to panic just yet. Obviously, the news about Roman Anthony going down for 4 to 6 weeks was a real, just whatever you want to call it, downer, momentum stopper, any word you want to describe it as, any term. And Alex Cora asking, the message. What's the message to Roman? What's the message? And what he told Roman was to envision himself in Game 1 of the ALCS, first at bat.
There we go.
And that's not going to be if the Red Sox were even to make the playoffs, get through the wild card, get through the American League Division Series, and get to the ALCS. We're not talking about that until at least mid to late October here. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's how long Roman Anthony's probably going to be out here. So he's not going to return for the rest of the regular season. That much is certain. So
cruel below.
And it's really unfortunate because the injury bug hits teams, no team can stay healthy, 100% healthy all year. But the Red Sox this year, for whatever reason, they've been able to sort of sustain that. And, they dealt with the Bregman injury. He came back. They've dealt with some injuries here and there. But right now, the injury bug is hitting the Red Sox really, Clay, at really the wrong time. Particularly a guy that Roman Anthony has come in and has made an immediate impact at the top of the order as well. You've got Willie O'Brien, who was not coming along well with his calf strain when he strained his right calf. Alex Skorov saying that he may be on the IL for a very short time. That was, over 3 weeks ago now?
Yeah. That could be a short time.
So you're dealing with that. Obviously, we know the issue with Marcelo Meyer. We're not going to see him for the rest of the year. You've got issues with the pitching staff. They just threw, maybe this would be a good thing. They threw Jordan Hicks on the IL after his just another embarrassing performance the other night coming out of the.
I was waiting for you to get to Jordan Hicks.
Coming out of long relief.
I knew you couldn't wait.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you didn't text me and start, going in on Jordan Hicks.
Well, I don't have to anymore. It's just a given. I mean, just credit the San Francisco Giants. I credit the Giants. I know they wanted Devers, but I think they're more of a better move getting rid of that contract that they signed Jordan Hicks to. An embarrassing.
Wow.
That the Red Sox now have to eat all that. They can't get rid of him.
Is it a good
deal for you? If you want to get paid, if you're a bad player, this is a contract for Jordan Hicks for you to look at.
Well, I think it was a swap of two bad plays because we have Devers, and I was sorry. Devers has not struck out 167 times. He has struck out 165.
Well, that being said, the Giants still on the outside looking in for the wild card.
Mean.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to the phones. John's on the line. John, what's going on?
Thank you, John.
Hello, gentlemen. Tough night last night in Arizona, but I found out something yesterday. Do you know how the Red Sox acquired Roman Anthony?
How?
He was compensation for the legendary E-Rod when he left the Red Sox, Eduardo Rodriguez, and they needed
the guy who pitched last night.
That might be the biggest swindle since Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
E-Rod for Roman Anthony.
Oh gosh! Now E-Rod pitched last night, did he not?
Yeah, he pitched good. He pitched actually decent.
Yeah.
I always thought he was the perfect number 3, number 4 guy on any roster in baseball.
Yeah.
He'll never be a number 1 or maybe a 2, but he's the perfect 3.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good 3.
But you couldn't turn down Roman Anthony for him.
No, I don't think anybody would turn that. Yeah, no way. Yeah, he'd give that up in a second. Sorry.
And John's right in the fact that in compensation, you're right that when Eduardo Rodriguez left the Red Sox for the Detroit Tigers in 2021, the Red Sox drafted Roman Anthony as compensation for losing.
Unbelievable.
The pitcher. So
unbelievable.
The things that happen. Hey, either one of you please tell me what is going wrong with the Seattle Mariners? They are sleepless in Seattle.
It's a great point, John. And you remember you called in a couple of weeks ago. I was really high on them, especially after the trade deadline when they brought in Eugenio Suarez. They've got Cal Raleigh, obviously. They've got a great lineup. But for whatever reason, they're scuffling as of late. They've lost 4 in a row. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. They still hold that third wild card spot. But the AL wild card, if people are not paying attention to the American League wild card race, well, they better start paying attention because this thing is going to go down to the wire. With the way Seattle has played and with the way some of the other teams have played, I'll read you the standings right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Yankees have a 1.5 game lead over the Red Sox for the wild card, and they're 5 up on all teams. Red Sox 4.5 up on Seattle, which is a pretty comfortable cushion. Not too comfortable, but comfortable enough right now. Right now, the Texas Rangers, we've talked about the Rangers all year, a team that 2 years removed from winning a World Series, and you can never count them out with, obviously Nathan Eovaldi is down for the year, but they got Jacob deGrom healthy.
Jacob deGrom. They have Jacob deGrom.
Yeah.
They have like a Cy Young Award winner in him.
Right, and they've got obviously a great manager, no better to bring you to the postseason than Bruce Bochy. They're a half game back of the Seattle Mariners. The Royals making the playoffs last year, they're 1 game back. And a team that everybody counted out that's flown under the radar all year, for rightly so. Nobody ever talks about them, but they're always in it. That's the Tampa Bay Rays. They lost last night, but they're coming off a 7-game win streak. They were playing 500, sub-500 ball all year. They're starting to play a little bit better when it matters. And now they're only 2 games back, with the Guardians 2.5 back as well. So this is far from over here. We sit Saturday, September 6th, talking about this. The wild card race in the American League, far from over. And so long as the Seattle Mariners continue to scuffle, which to me is very surprising given the power that exists within that lineup, anything can happen. Any one of those teams, I think, can get in there.
Right, exactly. You know what's ironic? You were talking about Kevin Cash and the D-Rays. Oh, they call him the Rays now.
Yeah,
Right?
the Rays.
You know, he's one of the best managers in baseball. Bruce Bochy, best manager in baseball. A.J. Hinch with the Tigers.
Wait a minute. What are you trying to say, John? And is this in reference to Alex Cora?
No. What position, and Dan Wilson in Seattle's having hard times. Well, it could be related to Alex Cora. What position in baseball makes the best managers year in, year out?
Catcher.
Catcher, because
You think
they're
so?
always in the game.
Yeah.
Even if they're losing 17-2,
They're still
they're
in the game.
always in the game, calling signals, sitting on the bench with the pitcher, getting inside the pitcher's head. The pitcher gets inside the catcher's head. The catcher is always in a baseball game.
John,
So-
you're just hitting
so-
nuggets. You're just hitting it out the park today.
What's that?
You're hitting it out the park today. Managers, Tampa Bay coming back, the wild card thing.
Yeah.
So, John, let me
Well,
ask you this.
You know what it is? I just love the game. I just love baseball. You can have the NBA, you can have the NHL, like football. I get excited about football and college football. But to me, there's only two. Well, in horse, I love horse racing, of course. There's only two major sports, and it's baseball and football.
Right.
Baseball and football.
So, John, let me ask you this question here with the way things are standing right now. In your mind, the Red Sox still, I've never said, even though the division is in what, 4.5, they're back now, maybe even 5 at this point.
Right.
Do you still think at 4.5, exactly? Do you still think this team sneaks in with the injuries that have snuck up on them?
I kind of do, Kev, because, I mean, you look at baseball this year. Give me the 3 best teams in baseball. You're going to struggle. American and National League.
Here's the
You might
point.
say I'm not going to say the Red Sox are the best team in baseball, but who are the best teams in baseball? The Dodgers?
Milwaukee Brewers.
No, I certainly wouldn't put the Dodgers in that category.
I put the Brewers in there.
Milwaukee has always had a strong regular season team, but they can never play in the playoffs. I think Philadelphia has had 82 and 59. I think they benefited the fact that the Mets have completely fallen off. They'll probably still make the playoffs, but
No darn.
I think the Tigers. I think Toronto has shown that they're here. I don't think anyone from the American League West. I don't think the Astros are as strong as a team as people think. I wouldn't put the Dodgers in that category. I mean, John, we saw
Neither.
2 years ago. We had an 84-win Arizona Diamondbacks team make it to the World Series, and the Rangers, by the way, too, were also a wild card team. So listen, anything can happen. We have seen it time and time again in Major League Baseball that no matter what your record is, so long as you make the playoffs,
Anything's
the playoffs is a
possible.
new day and a new season. So
I don't feel like it's the Red Sox year.
Whoever's got the hot pitching,
right.
Yeah,
advances. It's all pitching.
yeah, it is pitching.
Bullpen along with starting pitching.
Well, the Red Sox have a strong closer, and they've got 3 strong guys in rotation. After that, I would say 2 guys are the bullpen, Whitlock and Chapman, and you've got Crochet, Bayo, and Giolito. Other than that, well, it's anybody's guess at this point. So we'll see what happens. But the Red Sox, unfortunately, dropping 2 out of 3 games to the Pittsburgh Pirates at home last week, and they won the 3rd game in that set, and can't afford to do that in Arizona.
Not
in
to
these
Arizona,
next 2
but
games.
even Arizona's coming back.
Sacramento.
Yeah,
Then
even
you go
Arizona.
to Sacramento.
Yeah, you got 6 games coming up against the Athletics, 3 up there in Sacramento after Arizona, and then the Athletics do come to Fenway next week. So then you got 3 against the Yankees, 3 against Toronto, 3 against Tampa, and then 3 to finish off against Detroit. So this is the time here. So
It's not an easy schedule. If you look at it, I mean, Oakland could throw a monkey wrench. If Oakland throws a monkey wrench into the thing, that is not an easy schedule. Toronto, Yankees.
Oakland is like the bottom of the league. If you can't get any easier
they're
than
a
that.
pesky bunch. They're not.
I know, but they have nothing to play for.
Right.
They want to do nothing than tip over the apple cart and knock out the mighty Boston Red Sox.
They're a pesky bunch. Those
nothing else to do.
no-name Athletics here without a home just yet.
Vegas.
No.
Vegas and
Yeah,
Sacramento.
soon
Who
enough.
knows where they're going to go?
All right, John. Good
Thank you,
man.
John.
Thanks always.
Keep up the good work.
All right. Talk
Thanks,
to you.
Kevin.
Bye.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
The line is 844-249-5247, 844-249-5247. I think I had too much coffee today, Kevin.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm just bouncing.
Still recovering from that dream story, I think. But
Yeah, right.
yeah. So the Red Sox dropped in the first game to the Arizona Diamondbacks last night of a 3-game series, 10-5. Peyton Tolley, and by the way, I mispronounced it. The E, you pronounce the E, so it's not like a toll. You go through Tolley.
Is it Tolley?
Tolley, yeah, Tolley, yeah. So 3 innings pitched last night, 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 4 walks. Not as strong as we saw him against the Pittsburgh Pirates last Friday, but
well, they were sitting on that fastball.
Yeah.
They were waiting for it. And I mean, I don't care who you are.
Exactly
it's
right.
Still, you're not going to, unless you're Arnoldus Chapman, you're not throwing a fastball by most major leaguers.
Right. So Red Sox losing 10-5. They did show some fight. They were down 6-1 in that game. They came back. They had it 6-5, had a chance to tie it up, but couldn't seal the deal. So
it happens.
Anyway, back to the phones we go. Wayne's on the line. Wayne, good morning. Welcome on in.
Kevin, Clay, good morning.
Oh my gosh. I know Wayne's ready for the Bill Belichick thing. Well, what do you got, Wayne? But I'm not going to, I don't know. I have no idea what you're going to talk about. So just get it out there. But I thought it might be Bill Belichick.
I just want to say congratulations to Naomi Osaka for a nice little bounce back in the U.S. Open. 1 win away from going to the final.
Yeah, going to the U.S. Championship. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the debacle that happened to her in the Canadian Open. I'm totally convinced that she got jobbed on that one, and nice bounce back for her.
Well, I told you I thought that she had it in her to bounce back, and sometimes you need a defeat like this to give you that, you know what, I'm not going to quit. I'm just going to go for it.
But I just have a question. There's so many stories, so little time. Today's
That's for sure.
I didn't on the soft side. I mean, can coaching, the militant type coaching like a Bill Belichick, Bobby Knight, does that work today? Especially what happened with Thomas Castellano in Florida State and what's going on here with Billy O'Brien up at BC?
I think it depends on the program, Wayne. I think it depends on a number of different factors. Obviously, I think it works if you have a winning culture,
right,
and if you have a history and a mantra of winning, and a proven track record of winning, then I think a lot of college kids will buy into that, and they say, you know what, he may be disciplined, he may be tough, but at the end of the day, this guy has won a lot, and we're winning, and I'd like to win as well, and so I'm going to follow everything he does. I think
as long as he doesn't have a 24-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think the Belichick thing is a little different. Right. And by the way, speaking of that, if I'm Alabama, who lost to Florida State, by the way, last week to open up the college football season, and Florida State, by the way, having a terrible year last year, and Thomas Castellanos coming from BC to go to Florida State, now with them. If I'm Alabama, I know they brought in Nick Saban retired. They brought in Kalen DeBoer from Washington. Well, Washington's a long way from Alabama. If I'm Alabama, I'm calling Nick Saban to come right back to coach the Crimson Tide next year. But that being said, congrats to BC, huh? I want to talk about Ted Johnson. Remember Ted Johnson, linebacker with the Patriots, 3-time.
He didn't mean for that to happen.
Jumped the gun there, Clay. I know you like listening to me as much as I do, so I guess we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, Wayne, what I was saying was great win for the Eagles, huh? A big blowout over Fordham, 66-10 at the Heights last week.
Wow.
Well, we have a big test with Michigan State coming up today. So
that we do. Tonight at 7:30 over there in East Lansing.
Yeah, 10-2, 11-1. I can't say 12-0.
But you did say 12-0 last week.
No, I said 10-2, 11-1.
He's looking for a college football bowl playoff.
Yes, in my heart, I like to think 12-0, but we'll take it one game at a time.
Exactly right. Exactly right. BC 7:30 tonight against Michigan State. Michigan State playing TV. Favored by 3.5 in that game.
Are they? But they're playing at Michigan State.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
So, an ACC Big Ten matchup.
We took them in the home and away last year, so we're 2 up on them this year. Last year, we'll see what happens.
Exactly right.
Tell us, you gotta let me know what you think about the Belichick situation that occurred.
You don't have enough.
I'm just going to segue into it.
You don't have enough time. You don't have enough time, my brother.
Oh gosh.
So true.
Oh
so
gosh.
True.
Okay, gentlemen, have a great day. I'll talk with you guys next week.
All the best, Wayne. Thanks.
Take care, Wayne. Do you want to be in that screen? I can get you out.
It's your show, my friend. You do what you want. Well,
No, I'm setting you up. I think we'll go to commercial before we go into Mr. Belichick.
sure. I think you're chomping at the bit to talk about Belichick. I think we both are here.
Right, because it's going to take a little while. So
Right.
we might as well just take care of the
Right.
commercial and
Right.
then go into Bill.
Well, do you have any more on the Red Sox before we do that?
I don't think they're going to make
And
it.
by the way, where'd you go on the screen here? We lost you.
That's a good question. Where did I go? I'm somewhere here, somewhere there. There I am. Put me back in there. Oh, I don't know what happened now. I'm just.
There we go.
There we go.
Anyway,
There we go.
all these technology things here.
I don't think I'm
you
scared.
really don't think they're going to make the wild card?
Not now.
You think Anthony's injury significantly
As I said, I thought
impacts them in a way they can't make
I
it?
thought the kid was the best. Had moved, close to the top of being the best hitter.
Yeah, there's no question.
In baseball, because he changed everything. He could get on base. He could drive in runs. He could take walks. I mean, the kid was doing everything you want, and they threw him right there at the leadoff position, which is a tough position.
Right.
And he still came through. If you can do that and you're hitting 300, sky's the limit. You take that kid out of there, it changes everything. I don't think they have a guy who can fit in there. Like I said, Duran's not a leadoff guy. The guy strikes out at least once a game.
Yeah, there's a reason. I mean, Alex Cora moves Jaron Duran in all different positions in the order. I mean, sometimes he'll lead off, sometimes he'll bat seventh, he'll bat cleanup. It's all over the map.
I don't know why he does.
So,
drives me nuts.
That being said, we got a couple more series to go here before we get to the playoffs, and that, as I mentioned, Claire, that American League wildcard race is tightening, and the American League East is a division race not over yet either. So, Red Sox will get another crack at the Blue Jays, at least 3 more. And by the way, just one other thing too, and hell must be freezing over here, but I am going to commend Craig Breslow for doing something.
Get out of here.
And he's done this all year. And he has been signing players to deals mid-season and getting them done and issue solved and clear that he is committed to keeping some of these guys here. One of them, you heard the report last week, Aroldis Chapman.
Woo! Signing
him to a 1-year contract extension.
Yeah.
With a vesting mutual option for 2027 deal for about $13.5 million, can earn $26 million over the 2 seasons. Certainly owed it, Clay. There's no question he owes it, and I think it would have been really hard for us and for all Red Sox fans to not have this deal done, to watch him go to another team with the success he's had this year.
That would have been crazy. Yeah. I'm right with you. Craig, fantastic job. Fantastic job. It was a no-brainer, but still, fantastic job to get it done, because still, even though it's a no-brainer, committing the money and the guy signing on to it, still is an exercise. So you got it done.
I mean, Clay, 37 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, an ERA of about 1. Hasn't allowed a hit since July 23rd.
Hasn't allowed a hit.
And hasn't given up one earned run, just more than one earned run in the second half of the season.
Hasn't allowed a hit in like 15, 16,
I mean,
17
seriously.
games.
It's more than that.
Not even a hit.
July 23rd. What's the September 6th?
A hit.
Seriously.
Not a run. We're talking about a hit.
Yeah.
Not a run. Just a hit.
Allen Iverson. Yeah. So we'll see. It's the Red Sox. That's a great move, by the way, for Aroldis Chapman. There's the
glad to have you here.
In a series of
stay here.
In a series of up and down moves. He's made some good moves and he's made some really bad moves, but
made a good move with that one.
Certainly Dustin May. That certainly that was
gosh.
another beauty.
I thought you were going to call me the next day.
I just said it's a given. It's a given now. Like Hicks. Like, I don't need to talk to Clay anymore. When we know they're on the mound, we know they're going to struggle. It's not not anything crazy.
844-249-5247. 844-249-5247. Remember, guys, you are the show.
Right.
You are the show. Call in. You are the show. We'll go to commercial now.
Yes, we will. We're going to say hello to our friends at Early American, and then we'll come back and do a live read for our good friends at Yama Investments. And then I think we're going to get into the topic that everyone wants to talk about, and that's football. But in particular, did something happen in Chapel Hill, North Carolina last Monday? Well, we'll find out.
Yes, something happened. Where do you go for the best breakfast and the best lunch in the South Metro Boston Quincy area? You go to the Early American Diner located at 1054 Hancock Street in Quincy. From the strawberry shortcake French toast to the famous corned beef hash for breakfast to the lunch menu which includes a variety of burgers and specialty sandwiches, such as their Waldorf turkey, made with roasted turkey, apple slices, and walnuts. So, whether you want to dine in their cozy restaurant, take out, or have it delivered, the Early American Diner in historic Quincy, Massachusetts, is your go-to eatery to enjoy great food at great prices at your convenience.
Well, I've got to say that your musical choices these had spot on. Absolutely spot on. Very good. Hello to our friends at Oyama Investments, of course. Where your dream becomes a reality. If you're looking for smart investment, searching for your place to call home, we want to welcome you to Oyama Investments Unlimited, where your dreams do find a foundation. At Oyama Investments, they're more than just a real estate partner. They're a trusted friend in building a secure future, whether you're investing in a property that will go with you, purchasing your dream home. They make the process easy, transparent, and rewarding. Oyama Investments, they specialize in finding properties that align perfectly with your goals. And imagine yourself owning a piece of the future, whether it be a luxury apartment, commercial space, or family home in the perfect neighborhood. And if you're new to the real estate investment world, well, don't worry. They're here every step of the way, helping you make informed choices with confidence. You're ready to see your dreams come to life, Clay? Anyone out there? Visit their website, www.oyamainvestments.com. Give them a call, 617-221-8881 today, where your vision becomes reality. It's a good friend, Oyama Investments.
Oyama Investments, the best real estate company in Brookline, Boston area.
We got all the bases covered: real estate, food, yoga,
unbelievable,
everything.
Sauna,
exactly right.
You can go get your sauna done.
Hey, why don't we go back to the phones here? I think Kelly from Lynn's on the line. Kelly, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
There he is.
Not hiding behind strange numbers this time. I'm coming right out with it. Yep, this is Pete.
Good morning. Welcome on in.
What's on
your mind?
What you got?
Before I start, I want to say, like, sometime earlier this week, I put on my Phantom Gourmet cap, and I went in and I had that strawberry shortcake.
Get out of here.
French toast from the Early American.
Yeah, Early American.
Everything you can imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Everything you imagine.
I had the corned beef hash. I had the corned beef hash. I'll tell you, it was to die for.
Delicious. Yeah. So, football. Let me dive right into it. Yeah, that Bill Belichick. If there's ever anyone who can catfish you on the first game, it's Bill Belichick. Like going on a date, they send you an old picture of themselves, and you show up at the door, and then this is what you have. But it's only one game, but didn't see that coming.
No.
That first opening drive, what were you guys thinking? Okay, here we go.
I thought, wow, okay, here we go. This is the Bill Belichick that we maybe have seen in years prior, but the wheels fell off the bus rather quickly after that.
Yeah, and, very quickly. We hit it with. It changed quarterbacks just to retool everything.
Oh, gosh.
It's embarrassing. I mean, really, it's embarrassing. And Kelly, it just goes to show. And I don't like to, everyone likes to hit Belichick. I'm not a guy that will continue to pile on, but in this case, I will, because I think it's deserved.
You can't,
especially after the news, especially after this news and this nonsense about him banning Patriot scouts from all UNC practices and athletic football events and things like that. That's just petty. Oh no, that was documented. That is true.
Oh man!
Well, and these guys are trying to get drafted into the NFL. That's why they go to college, and he's banning scouts from going there so that they can draft.
Right.
You're gonna kill the culture real quick with that one.
You're ruining. You're just smacking your. I don't even know.
But that being said, and the point that has been made a number of different times, I think, was illustrated. Again, last Monday night, it has been illustrated for the past 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick is nothing without Tom Brady.
Tom Patrick Edward Brady.
And I have no problem saying that. Because if you look at the record and you look at how everything has gone, without Tom Brady, Bill Belichick would not have amounted to anything.
He would have been fired.
Well, I always thought they went hand in hand. And anyway, it was never a Belichick thing. It was never a Brady. Brady won the Super Bowl. I was always say it was a Brady.
Well, I think now, that's true. I mean, listen.
It was kind of tipped.
Right. Well, I agree. And listen, Belichick with the whole Patriot way and the mindset, that was all him. There's no question about it. And instilled a certain work ethic, a certain leadership ethic in his players. No question about it. But I think Bill Belichick needed Tom Brady a lot more than Tom Brady needed Bill Belichick. I think that was clear when it was time. The sunshine had come down and it was over for Tom Brady to basically say, why am I still here? Basically, if I can do more. And what he went to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl.
He went down there to Bruce Arians.
Correct.
Right? First year with Bruce Arians, he wins the Super Bowl. I mean, that says a whole lot.
And when they weren't really predicted to either.
A period of getting acquainted. Just wins the first year. Wins the Super Bowl in the first year with Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians retired. I believe if Bruce Arians had stayed, okay, they go even further. But yeah.
So now here's a question you might want to pose. Like, might be easy for some. Who wins more games this year, North Carolina or the Patriots?
Hey, listen, it's a fair question. I'm
going to take the Patriots.
It's a fair question.
No, really? Is it a fair question?
Well, I think
we might keep an eye on now.
Their schedule is. I mean, it's difficult to say so early on with the way the ACC has gone and things like that. But they have, for example, today they play Charlotte, and if they lose to Charlotte out of the Charlotte 49ers, Bill should just pack it up. He should pack it up. It's not the San Francisco 49ers. It's the Charlotte 49ers. By the way, it's a long way from playing Santa Clara there at Jerry Richardson Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow.
But it was an embarrassment. He almost had to feel bad for Bill, especially with all the people that were in attendance at that game. So Michael Jordan was there,
Randy Moss,
Lawrence
Taylor.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor was there. Julius Peppers, Roy Williams.
Oh my gosh!
All UNC legends.
I think Brewski was there.
He was through him, Saban. Yeah. They were all there for covering the game.
Wow.
Yeah. All that you mentioned all went into that first opening drive, and that was it.
That was it.
God, probably was over after that. Yeah,
so we'll see.
Bill Belichick, maybe call Kansas City, see what Andy Reid can do. Maybe he can just piggyback and get a good quarter. Oh man, thinking about it, the game last night, Kansas City.
Yeah, the Chargers coming out beating the defending AFC champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, down in
They're
Brazil.
Powerhouse.
It's going to be a great division to watch. By the way,
the worst 15-1 team. 15. What was they? 14-2 last year. The worst 14-2 last team. Worst 14-2 team last. It's all going to come to the surface now. Like they look horrible.
No, well, they were beat up by the end of last year. I'll give them that. I mean, the offensive line was trouble, and the Eagles just crushed the offensive line in the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens, but I still have faith in Andy Reid's going to get him someplace.
Well, until somebody else proves that they can beat him, and really, besides Tom Brady and the Patriots, the only team that has gone in to Arrowhead and has beaten the Chiefs is my guy, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. They're the only team that have done that. And listen, I've been sitting here. If it's not the Chiefs, I think Buffalo deserves a shot to play in the Super Bowl. They have been given that opportunity time and time again. And you can blame the refs, you can blame this calls, this and that. They have not been able to go into Arrowhead. And by the way, the Chiefs have been able to go into Buffalo and beat them as well. But they have not been able to go and beat Mahomes. And until someone steps up and does that, Joe Burrow has already done that. And I hope Joe gets another shot at doing it again, because I don't think Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, can do it. And if it's not Burrow, maybe it's Justin Herbert with the Chargers. Yeah. I don't think it's anybody coming out of the AFC South and C.J. Stroud. That is for sure. But until someone proves they can beat it, they're still going to be there.
I'm going with the Chargers. The Chargers look good. I mean, Harbaugh is a great coach. Glad to have him.
Patty Mahomes got to tone it down a bit. He ran a little too much. Took a lot of licks, too, last night.
Yeah, he's a tough kid.
I think he had more rushes than the running back. The running back, Pacheco, he only had like 5 carries.
Right.
Wow.
I think they went away from the game plan.
Wow.
But
so we'll see what happens as week 1 of the NFL is officially underway. 2 games already underway, and I think Clay and I are going to get into our discussions here and go from there.
Do you have any today in history? Any answers to today in history? Who's the current catcher? Who's the current catcher who leads in home runs?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to tackle those. So I kind of.
I'll give you a hint. He's leading in home runs right now for the American League. Cal
What
Riley.
does he play for?
Cal Riley. Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, he's
What's
the
his first and
new
last
de
name?
facto guy who's the
Cal Raleigh, like the capital of North Carolina, Raleigh.
yeah, Cal Riley.
Oh, there you go. But before you go, if I could, can I just wish my daughter Olivia, she called the show one time. Today's opening day for the women's rugby game. She plays for the Beantown women's rugby. Opening game today, 1 p.m. at Moakley Park in South Boston.
Great.
Be there or be square.
Be there or be square, everybody. Come
Good
see
luck, Olivia.
women's rugby at its
you be.
finest. Moakley Park, South Boston.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck, Olivia. Good luck.
Thanks, Kelly.
That's all I got for this week. All right, I'll talk to you guys next week.
Okay, Kelly. Bye-bye. 844-249-5247, 844-249-5247. Let's play that clip
Sure.
where
And then
you predicted what was going to happen.
Any chance to hear myself talk?
Came across this very interesting quote from Ted Johnson. Remember Ted Johnson,
I remember
linebacker
Teddy.
with the Patriots,
Yeah,
three-time.
He worked Teddy Auburn while he was here. Too.
Yeah, three-time Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots. Obviously, a former player under Bill Belichick here with New England, and he was on a different network, a different radio show recently. And I want to read you this quote that he said, and I think it's very interesting. We talk about Logan Mankins and other players' perspectives under Bill Belichick. He said, "Quote." I hold college coaches, to a higher standard than I do NFL coaches when it comes to morally. They're supposed to be leaders of men, set a good example, that kind of thing, end quote. I think that's a fair point. And he goes on to say, quote, I'm surprised UNC never called the Atlanta Falcons on why they passed on hiring Bill Belichick. My feeling is that the Atlanta Falcons are kind of looking at UNC and going, you should have called us. I say all this to say I think the Tar Heels should consider firing Bill Belichick. They should consider letting him go at this point. It's a lot of money, and they're deep into it, obviously. They have preparation for next year, but you look at Bill Belichick, and you wonder if he's fit to coach an NFL team, let alone fit to coach a college team, which, again, I would put more onus on the character and personality and just overall character, if you will, of a college coach than I do a pro coach. I'm worried about Bill Belichick, just isn't fit to coach college kids, and UNC should consider cutting ties with Bill Belichick. That's the words of Ted Johnson, who was a former linebacker with the Patriots under Bill Belichick.
Wow.
I think he makes several key points in there, and I think a lot of people scratch their heads as to why the Falcons didn't end up hiring Bill Belichick. Yeah. And how much did Robert Kraft play a role with Arthur Blank? How much was there behind the scenes in that move? And would the Falcons have been anything different than they were? They brought in Raheem Morris instead, and they still didn't make the playoffs. Would they have done anything different with Bill Belichick? I'm not sure.
Well, they wouldn't have this controversy about Jordan Hudson. We know that much. They would have avoided that.
That's for sure.
And this is crazy.
But he's right in the fact that Clay, with coaching college players, you are supposed to set a certain different example. These guys have not seen the twists and turns of life as NFL guys do.
Right.
These guys are still college players. They're still
impressionable.
Yes, exactly right. And what is the example with your coach? Success or not? Bill Belichick or not? I'm not, obviously it's difficult to compare Bill Belichick to other normal routine college coaches, but still, this is what he signed up to do. Yeah. What does that say? What does that say?
It's pretty bad.
If you play for UNC, what are you looking at and saying, wow, is this what I need to be doing or should be aspiring to?
Well, I doubt they can get somebody, if you're playing for UNC, I doubt you can get somebody who's 30 years younger than you. I really doubt that, but he is sending all the wrong messages in so many ways. So, yeah, I agree with Ted. Yes, sir, Bob.
Well, he was right. He was absolutely right. And that was, what was that, Clay, back in May?
May
8th.
He saw it coming.
I think many people saw it coming. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Could this be a one and done? Could this be, could it be in terms of one and done a couple ways? One and done that it was a bad first game. They come out and played really well. Or could this be a one and done season for Bill Belichick?
It could be a one and done season for Bill Belichick. Right now, UNC should be looking to get from underneath that contract as fast as they can. They should realize right now they have the wrong coach. They have the wrong coach, and this is trending in a bad direction.
Right. Did you see any of the Texas-Ohio State game last week with our young Arch Manning?
Poor Archie.
Yeah.
Well,
he's not his uncles.
He's a freshman, right?
No, he's not a freshman.
He's not?
He's not a freshman.
Oh, gosh.
No.
Okay. That could be trouble.
Yeah. So, anyway, On to the NFL. We'll continue to follow this Belichick saga as time goes on here.
What are your predictions for the Patriots tomorrow?
Patriots open up finally. Football is back. We've seen 2 games already, but the most of the games happening tomorrow, of course, on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Arch Manning's a sophomore, by the way. Patriots have the Las Vegas Raiders at Gillette Stadium. Pete Carroll is back with sort of new look Las Vegas Raiders. Geno Smith at the helm for quarterback. They've got a great running back in Ashton Gente. I think he's going to be a tough first match for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And give me the Patriots at home.
I'm taking them too.
With win number 1 under Mike Vrabel. But I think tomorrow's going to be a real good game. I mentioned, Clay, the AFC West you look at the coaches now. You've got Pete Carroll with the Raiders, Andy Reid with the Chiefs, Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers, and Sean Payton with the Broncos. It's really a great division.
That's the best division.
Yeah, in terms of coaching, in terms of experience, all the wins and playoff wins that they've had all combined.
I think it's going to be the best division in terms of teams.
Yeah,
a total of teams.
And I think the Raiders going to have a better year. They've got a great tight end in Brock Bowers. Obviously, Pete Carroll brings that certain mindset
with the defense,
with the defensive perspective as well. And Geno Smith, is not terrible. He actually had some pretty admirable years up there in Seattle, and we'll see what happens. But
they're comfortable with him.
The guy I'm going to be watching tomorrow, partly because I'm one of my fantasy teams too, but is Ashton Gente, who was a great, obviously, running back coming in from Boise State.
Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see. So between Dallas and Philadelphia, who did you take?
Well, internally, I took the Eagles, but that was a good game. Dallas showed some fight there. Not happy with Jalen Hurts not throwing to A.J. Brown at all, but that's another story for a different time.
In the Kansas City Los Angeles team matchup, which team did you take?
As someone who
honesty,
as someone who never takes the Chiefs, I did take the Chargers to win that game.
Okay, we'll give you that one.
And so good to see the Chiefs starting off 0-1, and we got to get to pick but anything on the Patriots? I mean, we'll spend some time on it.
I mean, it's been 2 weeks. There's nothing more we can say about them until the game. There's nothing more that I can say about them until the game. I have to see what's going to happen. Jabril Peppers being released, is it going to affect them negatively? We will find out.
And we'll see how healthy Stephon Diggs really is.
We're going to see, if Stephon Diggs can fill the promise.
Right. No Christian Gonzalez in that game. Will Campbell is questionable. We'll see what happens tomorrow as we make our way through sort of a 2-minute drill here for some of these other games.
We have to.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers start off on the road in the NFC South against the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. in his first full year as quarterback of the Falcons. Give me Baker Mayfield on the road for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who I still believe the favorite in the NFC South.
You're taking Tampa Bay.
That's correct.
Okay. I'm going to take Atlanta because Michael Penix is my fantasy quarterback. I believe they have a whole new offense. Drake London, Darryl Mooney, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. I'm taking Atlanta.
It's a good offensive unit. There's no question about it. Let's see what happens. Is right.
We have Cincinnati going against Cleveland.
You know who I'm taking in this one? Joe Burrow. There's a battle of the Joes. Joe Burrow versus Joe Flacco. Give me the former in this one. Joe Burrow any day of the week.
Listen, I would love to take you, Joe. I love you, Joe Flacco. I love it. I love you. Listen, I backed you that whole time, but I'm not taking you right now.
Bengals a tough year last year, looking to bounce back, and let's hope they do it.
What we got?
Next game, Miami and Indianapolis. It's Tua traveling to play Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts in Indy. This is a tough one for me to pick.
A tough one.
Remember, Daniel Jones starting over Anthony Richardson to at least start the year. Give me Tua on the road and the Dolphins for a win.
Okay, Kevin's taking Miami. I am going to take Indianapolis. Well, just because.
Yeah.
Next game, we have Las Vegas.
Well, we took that
traveling
already.
To New England, and we both took New England.
There we go.
You got the next one.
Arizona travels to the New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler winning the starting quarterback job for the Saints. Give me Kyler Murray on the road. Arizona looking to bounce back after last year. Tried to make the playoffs, couldn't do it. Give me Kyler.
I really like Spencer Rattler. I really do. But I am going to take Arizona and Kyler Murray on this one.
1 minute. 1 minute to go.
Pittsburgh's going to New York Giants, and I'm taking the Giants.
That's the Jets. They're headed to the Jets.
Aaron
Rodgers is back to his former team. Justin Fields, now give me Aaron Rodgers against the Jets. Giants travel to Washington, play the Washington Commanders. Give me Washington on the road, at home against Russell Wilson and the new look, perhaps?
Definitely.
Not so sure, New York Giants.
I'm taking Washington also. Carolina's traveling to Jacksonville. I am going to take the Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to take Jacksonville at home. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Hunter, Liam Cohen, a whole new look there. Give me Jacksonville against a Carolina Panthers team that could surprise people. 20 seconds, Clay. I'm not sure we're going to get to all of this.
Tennessee and Denver.
Denver. Give me Bo Nix against number 1 pick Cam Ward.
I'm taking it.
San Francisco at Seattle. Seattle home with new Sam Darnold. Not sold on Brock Purdy. Detroit, Green Bay. Give me Detroit. against Jordan Love. Houston, LA Rams. Give me the Rams at home against CJ Stroud. Buffalo, Baltimore, Sunday night game. Give me Buffalo. Minnesota, Chicago. Caleb Williams, Minnesota. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.